Cardinals. How are you today? I hope you had a nice long weekend, and we're back here and we're talking about community helpers, people who are in the community that help us every day. In fact, I think that we can come up with community helpers A to Z. So I'll hold up the letters and we'll talk about them. A, an author is a community helper. They write stories and they might tell stories about people we know. We'll be reading some good books this week too, so you'll get to read some authors. B, let's see, bus drivers, barbers, bakers, those are all community helpers. How about C? Community helpers could be a cook. A cook could be a community helper. Maybe you've ordered some food from somewhere recently. Or a construction worker. Maybe you've seen somebody working on the road or downtown, making it a better place. D, dentist. A dentist, someone who looks at your teeth, counts them, cleans them. Also a doctor. A doctor can check you and help make sure that you are healthy and safe. E, an emergency medical technician, EMT. So you might have seen some of these and maybe you even know one. They are in our community and they help us in an emergency. They'll come to help us get safe and maybe take us to get some medical attention if we need it. F, a farmer. A farmer is I hope the farmer's market opens and I see you there again soon. And also, how about a firefighter? We know some firefighters. In fact, we're gonna have some cool visitors sending us some videos. G, a gardener, somebody who does work in your garden. Maybe you're a gardener. I know some of you have been planting already. A grocery store worker, somebody who checks you out at the grocery store. They're helping our community. How about a garbage collector? They're really important. They ride on a big truck and they'll help clean up our houses and our streets. H, healthcare workers. These are people who help us when we're sick. Might be a healthcare worker, could be somebody who visits you when you're sick at your home, or they might be working in an office. I, an illustrator. We know that. We have an author, and now we have the illustrators. Illustrators are community helpers because they help share their stories and share our stories. They're very, very good. J, a judge. Do you know what a judge is? A judge is kind of like our diplomat. They help keep the law and they help decide what's right and wrong. K, kindergarten teachers. Some of you will be off to kindergarten soon and your kindergarten teacher will be a special community helper. L, I think I know somebody who's going to visit us with an L called the librarians. The library is closed right now, but you know that you've probably been to their story times and you know they've come to visit us at our school. Another person who works on our garden, a landscaper. M, someone who tells the weather is also called a meteorologist. They help us know what the weather is going to be so we can dress right and make sure that we stay in when the roads are not good and the weather is bad. Also your mail carrier. They bring you letters. They might bring you an invitation. N, our nurses. Some of you know some nurses. Some of you might have a nurse for a mom. That's right. Nurses help us very much. They help keep us safe too. A nurse might take your temperature or give you a shot to help keep you healthy. O, an optometrist. That's a big word. An optometrist or an ophthalmologist is somebody who looks in your eyes. They might sit you down and tell you to look straight, and then they'll look inside your eyes to make sure. Maybe you need glasses. They'll check your eyesight. P, our police officers. We know some police officers, and we might get a visit from one of those too. They help us stay safe. They help us if we're in trouble, and they help keep everybody from crossing the road the right way. Q, a quilter. Maybe it's somebody that you know who likes to make quilts. We've colored in some quilts before when we were learning the letter Q. A quilter is somebody who is helping. R, how about a railroad worker? Have you ever ridden the train? Have you taken the train to New York City, or maybe you took the train somewhere else? A railroad worker might be somebody who helps drive the train, or helps you get on and off the train, or maybe fixes the track. S, a sanitation worker. That's another word for somebody who might be kind of like a garbage man, or it could be somebody who works in recycling. A garbage person, somebody who picks up your stuff and helps keep the roads clean, might be a street cleaner. Have you ever seen one of those go by? A speech pathologist. Some of you guys might know a speech pathologist. My niece is a speech pathologist. She helps us learn how to use our mouth the right way. T, well, I'm gonna take this one, teachers. Hopefully we are helping you and your families and the community by doing our job. U, utility workers. Have you had a time when your power went out? Did a power line come down? Maybe, just maybe in a storm, a tree fell on your power lines, and a utility worker came and fixed it for you so you could have power. V, veterinarians. I think veterinarians are very nice and special because, you know, I have some dogs, and my dogs need to be healthy too. Our vet helps our dogs, and maybe some other animals. W, a woodworker. Let's see, are you guys woodworkers? I know you worked on wood at our school. You've done some building. Remember, always wear your protective glasses when you're working with wood. And hammers. And watch your fingers. X, an X-ray technician. Have you ever had an X-ray of your hand, or maybe your arm or your leg? I have. That's how I know when I broke a bone, they took an X-ray. An X-ray technician is the person who does that job and helped me figure it out and fix it. Y, how about a yoga instructor? Have you ever done yoga? Do you know how to do the downward dog? I'm sure you do. A yoga instructor is someone in our community that helps us stay, they might even say namaste, just like Liz. Z, a zookeeper. A zookeeper takes care of the animals in our zoos. They are there to take care of the animals and make sure that their habitats are right, and that they're healthy, and that they're happy. So, A to Z, we've come up with many, many community helpers. I bet you know some more community helpers. We'll be talking about them some more very soon. So I have a little art for us today, and I figured I would see how it goes and see if we could make something with some items that we might have in our house. I have a carton. This carton had some heavy cream that I used to make some butter, but now I'm going to use it to make a truck. In fact, it's a certain kind of truck. It's a truck that you might see in your community. You might have to have your parents help you with this. I am going to start with my dump truck by cutting the top a little bit. I haven't cut all the way down, about halfway. Next, I'm going to cut it all the way to the end. Well, I'm going to actually leave it not quite all the way to the end because I want the end to be flat. So I'm going to cut it the same on both sides. You leave just a little bit. Now I'm going to cut this part. Cut straight across again. So you can see I've cut a rectangle out. Now it's pretty easy. Now all I have to do to make my dump truck is, oops, I actually did want to cut that off. Oh, that's okay. To make our dump truck, we're just going to use some tape and tape it like that. And then we can put stuff inside, and maybe you want to put some, decorate it with some wheels. You might want to use some markers. You might want to use some paints. I think maybe for this one, I'm going to use some tape to tape this part in. But first, I think I want to paint it. So I'm going to take my paper, just so I don't make a mess. I'm going to take my paints out. I wonder what color my truck should be. What color do you think? I'm thinking maybe my truck might be colored a couple of different colors. I'm going to start with green, and I'm going to paint it on the outside with some green. I think mine might be a recycling truck. You can use markers, paints, whatever you like. Once I have it all painted, then I can decorate it a little bit. I'm going to use some blue on the front because I think maybe it's gonna have, maybe that's the window. So I'm gonna use some blue right here. I'll make this part blue. That's how I will know it's the front of my truck. Let's put a little more green down here. A little green on top. And then I'm gonna color the sides of this. I don't really need to do the bottom because the bottom will be on the inside. So once you have it all painted and colored, or colored with marker, however you want, then you can just tape it in there. Maybe you'll add some wheels. You might wanna use, maybe you wanna use some bottle caps and put them on the bottom, and you could make some wheels with that. So I'm gonna keep working on mine, and I hope you have fun. Maybe you're gonna work on yours, and we'll see what we're gonna make. This week, our challenge is to do something with community helpers, make a creation. You might wanna draw something like a firefighter or your favorite community helper, or you might wanna build something like the police station. Or you might wanna dress up like someone. Maybe you wanna dress up like a doctor, or maybe you wanna bake something. There are a lot of opportunities and options for you. So I hope you have fun, and we'll see you soon.